Well, also, we've got some really ardent supporters of COVID lockdowns. If you remember Dr. Leana Wen, she's even saying, well, maybe we should just kind of let up a bit now that we've got this new BA2 subvariant coming around. She tweeted out, look at this. For those who don't agree that the vaccinated can return to pre-pandemic normal, I ask, what should we all do? Perpetual masking, forever not dining out, avoiding large weddings and indoor gatherings? Virtually everything has risk, and zero COVID is not a viable strategy. My gosh, this woman, I swear, I
you agree
cannot
with all
even.
That, right?
No, I agree with that, but she was one of the worst. Yes. She was the one that was
her character arc.
But better to flip flop and flip the right way. We should reward our enemy. Yes, all praise Dr. Wen. I reward the enemy when they start sounding like you. Shame people who move away from your position. It's why she's going really hard at that. I saw her responding to some person who was like, no, what about the immunocompromised? What about the elderly? N95s forever. And her just being like, no. Which is great.
And I've seen Democrats attacking her on Twitter. They were blaming her for the COVID money not going through, saying, see, because you undermined the public's concern about the pandemic. As a result, now Democrats took this money out.
Do you think Dr. Wen was murdered and replaced by a clone? Or so? Did she get Avril Lavigne or something? There's a conspiracy theory that Avril Lavigne was replaced.
Aliens have come down and they have invaded her body.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Right.
It's an interesting question. I mean, she says that she was right then and is right now.
I think she saw some. One gets the feeling there are these behind closed door meetings between members of Team Blue, and they all got these, polling results at the same time where they go, wow, we're going to lose everywhere if we cling this fervently to masking toddlers and lockdowns, et cetera, and then they all changed course.
Right. And who has credibility among Team Blue? And she does highest among them.
Yes.
And so get her out there, get the Atlantic out there, get that kind of network get NPR out there.
Speaking
what I don't understand, though. Oh, go
ahead.
Well, what I don't understand is, so they're continuing to push this fourth dose. They want money for the fourth dose, but the reason why these companies even did mRNAs to begin with was because they said, oh, this is so, this is a groundbreaking technology that we'd be able to, as soon as we have a sequence, we could then sequence it for whatever virus almost overnight. Yet we don't have a shot for the actual variant that's spreading around. And we know that, especially now with this new variant, the vaccine that's currently out there doesn't stop the spread at all with that thing. So it really didn't even stop it with Omicron. So what is why are they not at least trying to get a new vaccine out quickly like they do with the flu every year? Seems like that would be the new norm going forward, is that they would manufacture a new vaccine for the new variant, and then people could go and decide if they want to go get that shot or not. Why are they not doing that? And then the government just clearly just has moved on from one crisis to the next. So they're kind of like, okay, we've moved on to a different one.
They keep saying that they keep saying they're going to do that, but then they don't. It's an interesting, weird situation. It's like, why do an alpha vaccine at this point when you're like 5 variations away from it?
Right.
Like, do the one that tweak it, and I guess they'd have. I don't know. They have to go through a whole approval process. There's some question whether or not they can rush that, because if it's just a tweak, the way they rush it for the flu vaccine, they don't require like a 3-year approval process for every flu vaccine. Like every season, they just tweak it. And apparently,
don't they tweak it between one? I don't know. I could be totally wrong. My understanding is that there's basically 2 that they alternate.
Oh, that they switch back and forth.
Yeah, that's my understanding of the flu vaccine. So I think they already have them, and they just go, this year they go with this one, and this year they go with this one to try to guess.
I don't know.
And I mean, you see how well it works, right? It works sort of. It doesn't.
They kind of blew it this year, I heard. Yeah.
Maybe yeah. Well, the flu itself, has been so far was actually crushed by our mitigation efforts, which were not at all. They did not work to contain the spread of COVID entirely. They did discuss how much of effect they had, but they were totally enough to just nuke the flu, which shows you how much more contagious COVID, even in the alpha strain, and especially now, is than flu. It's so much more contagious.
Although they're not 100% certain about that. And one other theory on that is that the flu was that the coronavirus outcompeted the flu. So a person is going to get in, like if your body is confronted with 2 different viruses, there's a stronger virus that's going to get you. So the other one just kind of can't really infect anyone. So it's just,
that COVID created some immunity for.
No, I think
no
she's saying
immunity.
that COVID, like you're being attacked by two things at the same time, and COVID
knifes the other one.
Stronger. Yeah, it's like which one got to the finish line first. It's like COVID got into your system before the flu could get into your system, and so it kind of outcompeted COVID. So that is one theory as well.
Or everyone who was capable of succumbing to the flu, they would have succumbed to COVID more rapidly. Maybe
so it's also that, yeah,
possible.
So, yeah.